It's the NFL on EA Sports. And featured this week is Devin Singletary, who's in the midst of a great season, running for over 1,300 yards so far. It's the Oilers and the Dreadnoughts, next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partners, week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made on the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the number 1 overall. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And his initial touch, good for a couple. It'll be second down. Working out of the gun, Murray. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play on that one. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Open man downfield, Godwin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Murray. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. Now a handoff. ETN. He'll turn this into a game of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll try and get, and he's into the end zone. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Exactly. They scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Bob adds the extra point, and the Dreadnoughts will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. To the goal line and in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Oilers. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, results in a touchdown.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. He'll struggle to get to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They send Godwin in motion. On play action, Murray. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you extend this drive.
Work to following the sack. It is third and long. They send Godwin in motion. Now Murray on 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he will score. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Houston. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Oilers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. But Dreadnoughts offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. That is Ferguson in motion. On the quick set, that's Judy. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
That is Ferguson in motion. Murray now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Etienne. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Play action now. It's Murray. Off he goes. Murray, the former baseball player, knows how to slide, and he does it here after picking up the 1st down. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. They'll run the toss here to Etienne. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, a give to Etienne. And he'll be taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. They send Godwin in motion. They'll run it here with Etienne. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back to a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Oilers offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. And now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That is caught. It's Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the give, it's Singletary. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. They'll go back to Singletary on first down. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 31 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he will score. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Oilers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game and 17 for the season. Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Oilers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Taking off. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's a close game early on. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, here's ETN. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try to push the puck. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that 1st down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on 3rd down. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. We're going to try to pick this on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get 22 yards there. That's enough for a 1st down.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
Here's 1st and 10. Here comes ETN running to the left. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the 1st down.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Murray. A short throw caught by Ferguson.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Now Murray. Now he takes off.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short.
And he will dive into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Robinson. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got the connection. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Now here's the longtime star in the league, Zeke Elliott. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Now he'll run. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. In this case, you defend everything downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's in! Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Houston. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Now he'll run it.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They send Godwin in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They go play action now. Murray. He's going to run it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
That is Ferguson in motion. On 1st down, Murray. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Murray. And he's into the end zone yet again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Touchdown number 17 for him on the year. And his 3rd of this game.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Oilers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Shaheed with the catch. Still going. And he goes all the way. Shaheed. Touchdown, Oilers. His 2nd out of this 1st half. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Murray. A throw on the move is caught. Now this offense is going to use the 1st of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd play. That's to Ferguson once again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They bring Judy in motion. Godwin working the right side. And he's taken inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
To throw again is Murray. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing again is Murray. He'll get this to his running back. And this one's going to be loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Again, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts will cut the lead down to 4. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Oilers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Yeah! And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck it and run. He'll run again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
A gain there of 21. First down for Houston.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. And I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is on.
On the ground, it's Elliott. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Blitz coming. He'll throw. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Oilers will extend their third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. They bring Judy in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. That's complete to Etienne. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. They need 8 as they come up for third down. They go play action for Murray. He'll try to run for it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
The Dreadnoughts set to kick this one away as he's on to punt for the second time. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. He'll look to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run the toss play with Singletary. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Fighting off the defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Elliott. To the pylon, he's in. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Now, Pinheiro to add on the extra point. It's up and good. And the Oilers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
On play action, Murray. This throw left is complete with Judy. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got him. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Singletary now on 1st and 10. And he's got another one. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Oilers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. and make it 3 touchdowns. Now, remember, he caught the one earlier. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. In motion, Shakir. On 1st down, it's Murray. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. ETN now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, Murray. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To the right, here's Elliott. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
A dive and a catch. Incredible.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
And he's trying to get to the marker. It's going to depend on the spot. But the first indication that he does not get there. In fact, he did not. It is a stop and a turnover on downs. The visitors' offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. They'll try to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. Play action now. It's Murray. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Checking it down, this one is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw again is Murray. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing again is Murray. That's taken in by Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. That is Ferguson in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. On the give, it's Etienne. And he will score again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track.
And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
This a must-stop for this defense, facing third and long. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Murray. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. An even 40 yards.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
Good defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
The home team's offense and receiver, Rashid Shaheed, set for their next drive. 1st and 10. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run once more with Singletary. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Here comes Singletary running right. Oh, what a run. down inside the 30-yard line. Valdez-Scantling on the move. He'll go back to Singletary on first down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Second down and 8. Again, it's Singletary. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. The Oilers sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The visitors' offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. They'll come up for first and 10. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Returnable from the 17.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong. And he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.